Okay, what are we working on now? Well, I have to put these two 2x4s under here to tie this together. So when we put the countertop on, it has more support. This piece of plywood we painted with Kills. This is going under the countertop itself to give it more stability. The reason why is I'm not buying a manufactured countertop. I'm building sort of like a butcher block style countertop, and we'll go look at that now. I've got it started. Okay, here you can see I have some wood that's being glued together. I'm doing it a section at a time, 2 sections, and then I'll glue it all together. And I know what many of you will say, it's pine. That's not a hardwood. That's all right. It's not actually going to be used as a butcher block. It's just a countertop. It'll get planed and then sanded and then sanded again. And then, of course, we're going to put, we thought of polyurethane, but most likely we'll use a polymer, a resin, I guess is the word for it, and put several coats of that on here so it can be always sanded down and buffed back up. But yes, I could have bought a pre-made one. Home Depot has them for $400. Call me cheap, but I'm not going to pay that much. I'll make my own. So we'll see how this goes. I might be wrong. Or to quote Billy Joel, I might be crazy. But this is what we're doing. Well, took the clamps off the first board. Getting ready to glue up the second batch. So far, so good. And the 2 pieces are one. Hopefully. Okay, well, we've got all the clamps off the wood, and we're gonna start planing it with an electric planer. We've already started that, but so far it's coming out pretty good. Just keep going, see how everything turns out. Okay, as you saw earlier in the video, we're gluing the countertop together, and we've made this board to be a sub floor to the countertop, or a sub countertop piece. What I need to do today is we're going to put a 2x4 in here, but we're going to lay it flat like that so we can still get to the shelf underneath, and we'll be putting another one back there just to give the countertop more rigidity. And of course, then this countertop or sub will get screwed and glued to the 2x4s and to the rest edging of the cabinets. And then once we put that countertop in, we're going to also use liquid nails or something of the kin and then screw it through this piece of plywood into the bottom of the countertop, just to make sure we don't get any separation. And of course, when we do that and we put the sink in between the butcher block type counter and this underlayment, we will of course caulk around that, so if any water does get past the sink, it's not going to rot either one of the countertop or the sub. All right, we've got the 2x4s in, as you see here. We put the half-inch plywood on top that had been sprayed with or painted with Kills. And now we're gonna wait for the countertop to get finished being sanded and stained and resined. Of course, before we put the resin on, we have to cut the sink opening. And maybe before the resin, we'll carry it in here, mark the sink onto this piece so this can be cut out separately, and then send it and have the resin put on it, and then install it. And then we'll start all the kitchen trim. Do have to put a piece of that wood down there on the front of here to match the 2x4, because I'll be putting trim all the way even down the front of the cabinets. So